Hello friends, I have a +1 MMR trick for you. This is actually probably worth a little bit more than +1 MMR in my opinion, but you're only going to be able to use it when there's an enemy Slark in the game. You can actually escape the Leash from Pounce using an iron branch or an ironwood tree by using them to plant a tree. Now usually the only way you can escape from Slark's Pounce is a Force Staff or you BKB. But BKB, pretty expensive for a support. Many of us don't buy it. Force Staff, totally legitimate first purchase, but that could still take like 20 to 25 minutes in a rough game, and so not always a feasible option for us. But an Iron Branch, 50 gold. This is free if it happens to drop in your game and a core isn't using it. But the way it works is that these trees have a collision box when you plant them. I shouldn't have used my iron branch. There we go. Let's pick another one up. Now let me actually zoom in so it's easier to see. The way it's going to work is that we're going to plant it within the same collision box our hero has, which is not necessarily the circle. So you'll see if I plant it at the edge of the circle, I don't actually really get moved. It's a little smaller than the circle. I would say about halfway in between the center of the circle and the edge, somewhere about half, maybe a little closer to the edge, is safe, and we're going to hope that that pushes us in the direction we want to go. So if I'm planting it here, I'm hoping it pushes me this way. So I'll plant my tree, and you'll see it moves my hero just a little bit. Now, if you put it right on the center, it's kind of random which direction you'll go. So that's why we don't want to just place it in the middle. We want to place it on the opposite side of the direction we want. So if we want to go left, we have to plant it on the right. If we want to go right, plant it on the left. You know, I'm sure you guys get it. So when Slark pounces, what we need to do, we need to walk to the very edge and then plant this. And then it'll break the leash. You'll still hear the sound effect a little bit. And in fact, it's bugged. The sound effect goes even longer than the pounce is supposed to last. But we're free to move. So plant like so and run away. If you do what I said and plant it around that halfway, the midpoint between the edge of the circle and the mid of your hero, the middle of your circle, usually this should work. If you are off a little bit, it cannot work. So, you know, say you're here and you plant it in the middle. Sometimes it just pushes you down and it doesn't actually break. That time I think it did break. I don't know. Let's do another one just in case. You know, if I plant it too far, it doesn't really break. And that was the wrong side anyways. If I plant it like here, see, it didn't break. But if I plant it a little closer to my hero, it does push me out. Sorry if that sound effect is annoying. But this is very easy to practice to get it right. You can always see that little circle on your hero. Just do about halfway from, you know, wherever the leash is. So the leash is over here. We're going to plant it like right there. Pushes us out. That can absolutely save your life. You can skip, depending how long, you know, if he's got this maxed, if he has the talent for it. You can skip a lot of the duration on leash and get away. So absolutely worth using an iron branch, in my opinion. It's only 50 gold to have an iron branch, and if you can prevent him from getting a kill, getting an extra essence, shift stack, permanent stack, and, you know, maybe you survive, you get to cast a few more spells or something. I think 50 gold is a very cheap price to pay for that, and if you still need the iron branches to build into a wand, you know, like 50 gold to not die, that's pretty good. Of course, if you mess it up, you know, it's not that punishing either. It's still just 50 gold, so I think it's worth trying out in a game. If Slark is trying to kill you, you know, if you're at 10 health, maybe it's not worth it because you're probably going to die from something else. But, you know, if he starts a fight, he pounces on you. Oh, see, that time it didn't work out. And if you die from that, you know, whatever, at least you tried. But if it works, it's going to feel great. You're going to feel like a pro. You can use this multiple times in a single game that Slark is in because you're probably going to get pounced a couple times. Does that justify using an ironwood tree later into the game, even when you have later neutrals? Maybe, because it is technically a save at that point. I'll leave it up to you, depending what neutrals are in your game. But I think this trick is pretty good as a response to Slark. So practice it in a demo lobby. It's very easy. You can see I have free spells set up. You level up your Slark, give him the talent to make it easier, to make sure you're doing it right, and that it's not just, you know, expiring. And then just practice planting trees. Push yourself a little bit. Boop, 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 like that. So, hope that helps. Let me know. Goodbye.